This is my first lecture on series of my lecture on demography. Today I'll talk about demographic data collection. Demography is the study of population, its size, composition, and distribution. Demography can be divided into two types: static demography, that is the study of population at any given time; dynamic demography, that is study of changes in population over time. Then there is something known as vital statistics. It means quantitative data of vital events in life with regard to the population. So, from where do we get the demography data? What are the sources of demography data? Sources include population census, record of vital statistics, record from health institutions in the country, and record of spatial surveys. I will describe these one by one. First of all, let us see what is the utility of demographic data. Demographic data can be used to assess the national need, for example, of food and other necessities. It is useful in planning health and welfare programs because if we know the number of under 5 children, if we know the total population size, then we can plan the health and welfare programs. Demographic data is also useful to monitor health and welfare programs, to monitor their success. It is also useful for comparison of natality, mortality, morbidity of different places, of different communities, of different professions, of different age groups, of different gender, and of different economic conditions. Life expectancy, which is part of demography, is useful in insurance business. What are the various publications from we can access the data on demography? One is by World Health Organization and at the national level from Registrar General of India, at the national level from Directorate General or DGHS of India, and at state level from state health directorates. So let us see how to get population data. For to get the population data or detailed data on population, we do census. Census is a process of collection, compilation, publishing of demographic, economic, and social data at specific time in a specific territory. It is collected from each and every individual. So it is not a sample, it is a census. In India, initially, the population census was done in 1872 and then in 1881. Subsequently, it is done every 10 years. It is governed by Indian Census Act 1948. The steps for population census include: it is planned according to principles and recommendations for national population census by United Nations. Wide publicity is done, followed by a small pilot study. After that, actual census is carried out. Now let us see from where do we get data on vital statistics. These are various stages of life. First of all, there is embryo period. It is from conception to 8 weeks of gestation. Then the stage is known as fetus, from 9 weeks of period of gestation to 28 weeks of gestation. Perinatal period is from 28 weeks of gestation to 7 days after birth. Neonate period is birth to 28 days. Out of these 28 days, early neonate is from birth to 7 days, and late neonate is from 8 days to 28 days. Infant period is from birth to 1 year. Toddler period is from 1 year to 3 years. Preschool child is 2 to 5 years, and adolescent child is 13 years to 19 years. So these are the vital events. Live birth is a birth which is the result of which is a live baby. Then fetal death is either early fetal death, that is less than 20 weeks of gestation, or intermediate fetal death, that is 20 to 28 weeks of gestation. Stillbirth include late fetal death, that is more than 28 weeks of gestation. Prematurity is when birth weight is less than 2.5 kg. Death, then infant death, that is death of child less than 1 year. Neonatal death, death before 28 days. Perinatal death, death between 28 weeks of gestation to less than 7 days after birth. Maternal death is death of mother due to complications of pregnancy, childbirth, or puerperium. From where do we get the vital statistics? Vital statistics are recorded according to Bengal Birth and Death Registration Act, which is later termed as Registration of Birth and Death Act 1969. It is state responsibility. By this act, there is standardization of concepts and definitions, and it is essential that birth is registered within 15 days and death is registered within 7 days. And district registrar and state chief registrar are responsible for the activity. Then there is sample registration system 1964 and model registration system 1965. These are basically sampling and survey techniques. Then data from other sources include record from health institutions like hospitals and nursing homes. Monthly reports are provided to state directorate, and all statistics including notifiable diseases are recorded. Data is biased from health institutions because it does not cover any specific area of population. This data from health institution can be used to assess the hospital needs. Then there are special surveys. For example, survey done for prevalence of chronic diseases like tuberculosis, leprosy, cancer, or survey done for assessment of nutritional status, or survey done by the epidemiologist and health experts. This is all for today. Thank you very much.